Welcome to Roanoke County Business Partners. Today, we're going to visit with Rancho Viejo Mexican Grill and Cantina. Not only do they serve up great food, but they also have a great deal of concern for safety for both their employees and their customers. We're also going to visit with T-Mike. They do a great deal of international trade. They're all around the world, but they're also not afraid to turn to the state to get a little bit of help and advice on international trade. Then we're going to visit with AEP. And they're going to talk about how they help businesses like Kroger supermarkets be green and save energy. And then finally, we'll finish out the show by visiting with Corrugated Container Corporation, talk about what a great corporate citizens they are, and tell you exactly what it is they do. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
The Roanoke County Economic Development Department has launched Site Selector, a new online commercial real estate search database. Site Selector can be found on the Roanoke County Economic Development website under the Sites and Buildings menu at yesroanoke.org. It provides users with a one-stop shopping experience when researching properties. While the application functions much like popular websites such as Zillow, LoopNet, and others, Site Selector provides much more advanced data on business properties that includes but is not limited to property reports, tax maps, demographic reports, business summary reports, site maps, and much, much more. Learn more about Site Selector by visiting the Help section that features a video overview and instructions on how to use the site at yesroanoke.org.
We're here at El Rancho Viejo Mexican Grill and Cantina. This restaurant, they happen to have locations all the way as from far north as Stanton all the way down to Hickory, North Carolina. So they serve great food at all their locations, but we happen to be here at their Vinton location on Hardy Road. And I'm here with Brian Klingenpeel. Do you want to explain who you are?
Yeah, I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue.
Great, great. And so what exactly is the Community Outreach?
Just relating to individuals, businesses in the community with how the fire department can help them. For individual residents, that might be smoke alarms and fire escape plans. But for businesses, we do employee training. We can do specifically on fire extinguishers. We can help with fire escape plans, emergency plans that they might need to meet company standards or state standards or whatever it might be.
Okay, so here at El Rancho Viejo, they serve up great food, but they're also very concerned about safety, fire safety and safety in general for staff, management, and especially their customers. So how are you going to help them today with that?
Well, we're going to talk today about just general, any place that's a public assembly, which a restaurant is. If a restaurant holds more than 49 people, it's considered a public assembly. It's a place where the public gathers.
Right.
And those are considered, from a fire department standpoint, as kind of high hazard areas just because there's a lot of people there.
Right.
And we're making food. So the kitchen, could be a fire hazard kind of thing. So the fire code states that those places have to have fire safety training for their employees once a year.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing here today. It's something the county provides. The fire code requires it, but we provide to come out and do that fire safety training for any businesses that might need it. It's free of charge, and we will come out and do that based on their needs. So today we're basically just talking about escape planning, how to get guests out in the event of emergency, but also kind of what the kitchen staff needs to know as far as the fire safety equipment that's located in the kitchen.
Okay, and I know that you've either done training or are going to do training with Optical Cable Corporation, ARDA, Plastics One. Now, what is the difference there? I mean, so this isn't just for your small businesses. It's large businesses, small businesses, and everything in between. But there must be different types of considerations and other types of training. What type of training would you offer, like a manufacturer?
Yeah, you're right. So this is more because they're a restaurant and they have public in their space that needs to be protected. A manufacturing facility is going to be a lot different, but they have concerns. For instance, at Optical Cable and Ardall, we'll be doing fire extinguisher training, hands-on fire extinguisher training. So we'll do a classroom setting with them where we'll go over the different kinds of fire extinguishers and what they're good for and some do's and some don'ts. And then we'll actually go outside and we'll set a small fire and everybody will get a chance to use the fire extinguisher to put it out. out.
Right.
So that's something we can do. We've also gone to places like Integrity Windows in Roanoke County. They have a safety day that's awesome. They've won statewide awards for their safety day.
That's great.
And so we will go and take our fire safety trailer and we'll put close to 300 adults through the fire safety trailer in one day. And that's just basically Integrity Windows is concerned about the safety of their employees even when they're at home.
Yeah.
And so we'll talk about home fire safety at work.
It's getting hot out here, so why don't we go ahead inside? You show me in the kitchen, show me the types of things that you look out for fire, and then you can go ahead and teach your class. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Brian, here we are in their kitchen, and what I see when I'm standing here is a fry-o-lator, a grill. I'm seeing all kinds of great ways to make empanadas, enchiladas, fajitas. That's what I'm seeing in here. What is it that you see when you're in this kitchen?
The hood system, the suppression system that's above all these devices, and that's what we try to get across to the employees, is to make sure that they understand. Obviously they understand that it's here, but I want them to understand what it does and how it protects them and how to activate it in the event of an emergency. And so we go over where the pull station is for the hood suppression system. If the hood suppression system doesn't work, then where are they supposed to go? What are they supposed to do? Kind of as alternative backup plans to that as well.
Okay, and what else are you seeing here as possible things to watch out for?
Well, I think as well as noticing the fire safety devices is just the hazards. So, you know, that everything in here gets very hot. There's a lot of grease that's very flammable. So again, that's why we want to stress to our businesses just to be safe. We want them to be safe. We want their guests to be safe. And so they've got to understand the hazards and understand the safety devices that are in place for them to keep them and their business and their guests safe.
Okay, well, great. And do they need fire extinguisher within a certain distance, any of that type?
Yeah, that's all in the fire code dictates how that's done. And the fire marshal's office, when they come around to do their inspections, they make sure that all that stuff is where it needs to be.
Great. So the difference between Brian and the fire marshal will come in and make sure that they're properly set up to be safe and up to code. And then Brian will come in and do some of the outreach and educational.
I am more educational, that's correct. And our fire marshal's office always tries to take an educational approach. Before they come in and just do something legal, they want to make sure that people understand why and why it's in place and why it's important and how we can help them accomplish that.
Well, Brian, I think the service that the Roanoke County Fire and Rescue provides for the citizens, not just in putting out fires, but preventing hazards, is a great service to all of our businesses, large and small, so we thank you.
Thank you.
If your business would like to learn more about training through the Roanoke County Fire and Rescue Department, please contact Brian Klingenpill, Community Outreach Coordinator, at 540-777-8712 or bklingenpill@roanokecountyva.gov.
If you like to work with your hands and want a rewarding and high-paying technical career, Burton's Robotics and Mechatronics program can help you achieve your goal. Burton is home to a precision machining class with award-winning teachers and facilities that can jumpstart your career. You will construct 3D models using computer-aided drafting and computer-aided machining programs, and then use these models to build practical, state-of-the-art devices and systems. If you are interested in this exciting career, check out Burton's Robotics and Mechatronics program.
We're at the photovoltaic lab for T-Mike, and with me I have Roger Porter on my far left. Roger, welcome.
Thank you.
Roger is with the Virginia Economic Development Partnership. He handles international trade, and also immediately to my left is Michael Cooper with T-Mike. What does T-Mike stand for, and what does T-Mike do?
T-Mike stands for Toshiba Mitsubishi Electric Industrial Systems Corporation. And we're a company here in Roanoke Valley. We've actually been here since the 1960s. And formerly, we were part of the General Electric Industrial Drives Division in Salem.
What industries do you work in? I know you're in mining. What else are you in?
Well, mining is an important part of our business. In the past, our largest industrial segment was the metals industry, where we supplied automation control systems and large motors and drives to steel and aluminum rolling mills. That was a very big part of our global business for many, many years. We're also very much involved in the port business, where we supply automation controls and drive systems for running the automated cranes at port facilities around the world, including most of the automation controls have been installed and designed here in Roanoke at Hampton Roads.
Okay, and so here in Roanoke County, you're primarily all engineers. You do the engineering and design for this stuff. What impresses me is the fact that you folks are not just here in Roanoke County, but you're in Dubai, you're in Shanghai, you're all over the world.
Here in Roanoke, we have 260 employees, of which approximately 80% are degreed engineers or scientists. We also have a facility in Houston. We have an office there with approximately 30 people, and we just opened up a manufacturing facility, the first T-Mike manufacturing facility in North America, in Houston, which was initially designed for manufacturing drive systems for the oil and gas industry, which 3-4 years ago was a very important part of our business. That's changed. And as a result of that, we have reduced the amount of production going to oil and gas, and we've replaced it with what we're doing here for the solar energy business.
Yeah, so the Roanoke region is well known for manufacturing, but what I think a lot of people don't realize is the engineering firms that we have here, and those are great jobs, very high-paying jobs. One of the industries that you folks work in is the solar power industry, and we're here at the photovoltaic lab. What is this photovoltaic lab? What does it do? And why is it here?
Well, this is a real interesting installation. We just had our grand opening in early May of this year, and it is unique in North America and possibly unique in the entire world. We are able to simultaneously run complete electrical tests on 4 of our solar power inverters, which actually convert the DC energy that's produced from the sun, goes through the solar panels, comes out as a direct current, and we convert that into AC current and feed it into the grid. So this is for what we call utility scale operations. We are working with the utilities on this. And what we do here is we have directly behind us is actually our environmental chamber, where we are able to run a temperature range from below 0 Fahrenheit up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and also up to 85% humidity, and we can actually run fog to simulate almost any environmental possibility that we could encounter on any given day that could affect the output of our solar systems.
Right, and this just kicked on now, bringing in the fog, showing our viewers just exactly what you can do and how you can simulate these different climate patterns. And as you had mentioned, we believe this is the only one of its kind in North America. Is that correct?
That is correct, and there may be something similar elsewhere in the world, but we haven't been able to determine that.
Right, right. And the other thing I find interesting is, do you know, or do you have a rough idea of what percentage of the photovoltaic or solar energy market does T-Mike have?
That's a really good question. This is a new business for us. For our Japanese parents, they have actually been involved in the solar voltaic inverter business for about 35 years. We did not start here in Roanoke until 2011, late in 2011.
Gotcha.
And what has happened is, in that amount of time, with our colleagues in Japan, we have developed a whole new range of products that have absolutely taken the entire industry by storm. A year and a half ago, we became the #1 supplier in the world of utility scale solar voltaic inverter systems.
Gotcha.
This is a very, very major accomplishment. We have received numerous awards since then, and right now we are running at about 20% of the global market share. Our plan is by 2020 to be closer to 30% of the world share in these systems.
And so what I think is interesting is, although T-Mike is international, you have locations from Dubai to Shanghai to here in the United States, you could still use a little bit of advice, a little bit of assistance with international trade. And I believe, Roger, that's where you come in. You are with the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, and you handle international trade. Could you explain a little bit of what you do?
Sure, glad to do that. Yes, we're able to work with companies the size of T-Mike as well as some smaller companies too to assist them in several different ways. One of the most important ways is research, because if you've got something you're looking at, say due diligence on a company, that say sends you a $10,000 check and you want to find out about them, we can do that due diligence. We also have trade missions all over the world. And we have consultants in 85 countries that set up those trade missions along with trade managers myself. We have our valet program, which T-Mike has been in, and Michael headed up the division there for T-Mike. And it's a 2-year program which offers assistance.
Right.
And it offers all kinds of assistance along with program partners. You may need assistance in banking, might need assistance in translation, might need assistance in several different areas. And we have those consultants that work with us.
And this valet program is pretty comprehensive. It takes you through all the different steps. At the end of the 2-year period, you get a $15,000 grant that you can use for international trade. Is that correct?
They actually use that throughout the 2-year period.
Okay.
And this year it's going to be increased. But it can be used for all different types of services that fit for international trade during the 2-year period.
Great, great. So VEDP has played a huge role in helping T-Mike expand their photovoltaic market, along with other things. They've helped small companies. I know you've worked with small companies, just helping them translate their website.
Yes.
So we're very appreciative of the fact that the state has a representative in this area. We're extremely thankful that we have T-Mike here in the Roanoke County area, and appreciate having you both here, and appreciate you taking the time to spend a little time to talk with us today.
Our pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, and please come see us again.
We will.
If your business would like to learn more about international trade resources through the Virginia Economic Development Department, please contact Roger Porter at 540-387-2562 or rporter@yesvirginia.org.
The Burton Center Computer Information Technology program is one of the best IT classes in the area. The demand for skilled workers in this field is constantly growing, meaning there's never been a better time to get educated and get ahead in the industry. This class offers students hands-on experience repairing and maintaining computers, as well as troubleshooting network and software problems. Students also have the option to become certified computer technicians. If you're interested in this well-paying, rapidly growing field, check out Burton Computer Information Technology.
We are at the Kroger fueling station in Bonsack here in Roanoke County, and with me I have Don Nichols. Don Nichols is with Appalachian Power. Don, could you tell us what you do for Appalachian Power?
Sure. I'm the manager of energy efficiency and alternative energy initiatives for Appalachian Power, and I'm responsible for the Virginia Energy Efficiency Programs.
Could you tell us what the Virginia Energy Efficiency Programs is, when it got started?
Yes, our new energy efficiency program is called the Commercial and Industrial Program. It was launched in January of this year, and it will run for a 3-year period through 2018. If the program is successful over the next couple of years, we may elect to extend the program even beyond 2018.
Great. And what exactly is the program? What happens with this program?
What we wanted to do was provide customers with the opportunity to become more energy efficient. So our commercial and industrial programs served by Appalachian Power can get rebates for high efficiency lighting upgrades. This is a great opportunity for customers to upgrade their lighting systems to high efficiency, get a rebate from Appalachian Power Company, and save money and energy for years to come.
Okay, and so specifically we're here at the filling station portion of Kroger, and what is Kroger doing with you?
Well, I would say they are on the leading edge of energy efficiency improvements to their facilities, and we've worked with Kroger on a number of projects, even in other states, for energy efficiency. But We met with Kroger early on after we started the program and discussed our new commercial and industrial program. And Kroger is changing out their lighting systems at their fuel centers from an older lighting technology to high efficiency LED lighting.
Okay, so if Kroger goes to do this, do they have to work with a particular contractor off of a particular list, or can they work with anybody?
No, they don't. There's no requirements on participating contractors. Customers can choose whoever they want to work on the program with them.
And when we talk about customers, you say commercial and industrial. So in other words, this is for business customers, right?
That is correct, for business customers.
And so what types of savings can Kroger expect from this program?
Well, when Kroger completed their first fuel center project, we estimate they'll save about 23,000 kilowatt hours a year from the lighting upgrade. They received a rebate for that first project of about $1,100 from us. But going forward, because of the increased energy savings, we estimate they'll save about $1,800 a year on their electric bill for one fuel center. So they have 13 fuel centers today in Virginia. When you multiply that by 13, the savings really start to add up.
Right, and here in Roanoke County, we have manufacturers who are talking with you about this program. We have a variety of businesses, and especially some of those manufacturers are real heavy energy users. So it's a great opportunity for these companies to be green and save money.
That is correct. And in fact, through June of this year, 6 months into the program, 45 customers have participated and completed 70 projects already.
Well, I know we do all we can to talk up this program because we want our companies to try to be green. We want to help them do it in an efficient way. AEP has been a great partner for us in economic development, so we've put it in our newsletter. We've got it on our show. If somebody is interested, somebody's got a business in this program, how would they get in touch with you?
The best thing to do is look at our website. We have a website dedicated to energy efficiency. It's called takechargeva.com for Virginia, takechargeva.com, or they can call our 800 number.
Great. And I know you have a person I work with, Todd Ewald, on a regular basis here. I've gotten nothing but great feedback about what a great job he's doing and you guys are doing, so we truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Todd Ewald is our outreach specialist for this program, and Todd can assist customers with a variety of things. Describe the program requirements, whether or not the lighting that you're proposing qualifies for a rebate. Todd can even help you with the paperwork, which has really helped ease the participation in the program.
Right, and you have a pretty simple Q&A section on your website. There's the application there. Todd's contact information is there. Does it cost anything to participate in the program?
No, there's no fee, no application fee to participate in the program.
That's great. Well, I think it's a great opportunity for just about any business. It can't hurt to at least find out if you qualify.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Burton Center for Arts and Technology has the only game design course in our area. You will earn college credit and become a game programmer. Game design provides an introduction to the latest occupational fields such as 3D animation, robotics, and digital web design. Students will use software that the professionals use to understand the mechanics of the internet. In advanced game design, you will also become an experienced programmer, giving you a means to create Android and iPhone applications. This class opens many doors for students planning to work on video game design, web design, and computers in their future.
We're here at Corrugated Container Corporation, and with me I have Chad Tyson, who is the Director of Virginia Operations. Thank you for coming, Chad.
No, thank you.
And also Peggy Underwood, who is the Graphic Design Manager for Corrugated Container. The reason we're here today is numerous reasons, actually. Earlier this year, the Board of Supervisors recognized Corrugated Container for being one of our outstanding companies in Roanoke County, and the reason for that is not only have they been in the county and in the Roanoke area for over 53 years, but that they've won numerous awards for the work that they do. In the last several years, they've donated close to $250,000 to local charities. And they've just been great corporate citizens. Through, for example, they have done upwards of 10 homes in which they help to finance and build for Habitat for Humanity. Now, Chad, the name Corrugated Container Corporation is a little misleading. I would assume you just make boxes. What does Corrugated Container do?
We do so much more than corrugated boxes. Not only corrugated boxes, but displays, as you can see in this room now. We do a lot of retail packaging for not only local customers, but regional and national customers.
Gotcha.
And, you know, it is misleading because we not only manufacture all the corrugated and retail packaging you see, but we're also manufacturers of solutions for problems. That's our big game.
Gotcha. And I notice, you know, you do, like you said, you mentioned locally, you've got Chaos Brewing. Everybody loves the craft beer industry. And then I notice you also do some of the stuff for Tempur-Pedic. So you've got local and national.
Correct.
Now, how many locations do you have?
We have 4 locations. Roanoke, obviously, is our largest and our corporate office. We have one in Winchester, Virginia. We also have one down in Tiny Flats, Tennessee, and Holly Springs, North Carolina, just outside Raleigh.
Right. And the other great thing about Corrugated is you folks are a family-owned business, right?
That's correct.
Who owns Corrugated?
The Higginbothams. 3 brothers run it today, David, Ronnie, and John.
Right. And you've got numerous family members. You've got Heather, who's in HR.
Correct.
You have Rachel, who handles maintenance. So
Correct.
you've got the whole family in here. Now, Peggy, I would say that in my mind, you're one of the main reasons, or at least your team's one of the main reasons we're even here today, because these folks have won awards that normally advertising agencies win, and agencies on Madison Ave. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the awards that you folks have won?
Yes, we were actually privileged last year to win a National Silver Addy Award to go along with our District 3 Silver Addy and our Gold Local Addy for a section of our capabilities train.
Okay. Now, Addy, that's spelled or abbreviated ADDY. What does Addy
It's
mean?
the American Advertising Federation. That is the name of the actual award, but it is they just changed it. American Advertising Awards.
Gotcha.
Is the official name.
Right.
Of the competition.
Could you tell us a little bit? I had Pieces of a Train. Tell us about that award that you won.
All right. Every year we actually give away a Christmas card. Our Christmas cards happen to be very unique. We've given away a truck, a house, a little house, and a train, but in 3 different sections. So we picked the 611. It just happened to be when they were restoring it, but we like the 611. It's really complex, and so we actually built it all out of corrugated. And the box is actually a storage or a keepsake box. Designed after the Lionel train boxes. That's the first section of train. We won a Gold Local Addy for that one. Second set of the train, that one won the big awards, the Gold Local, Silver District, and the Silver National. Our third and final piece of the train is actually the observation car, and the people on the inside are actually the employees of Corrugated Container. And that one is a local gold and a district silver.
Yeah, I particularly like that one. I have it in my office, and you can look in, and there's little cardboard cutouts, and I recognize the people as I walk around here, that they're the staff here. I thought that was creative and real interesting. You know, the other thing that Corrugated has done is, I know that Chad, you and another employee were recognized by American National University. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, you know, with all the donations to the local governments and helping with students, they were able to come out and award us with that, and that's something that we enjoy doing, because actually we've had some students come in also and understand our business, and they have interest in the industry.
And it's because of all this community involvement that we felt it was important to come here, interview you folks, and recognize Corrugated Container. How many employees do you have here?
Overall, 4 corporations, we have 165 plus employees, and I think it's important for me to tell you also that though we have state-of-the-art equipment out in the plant and converting equipment, that's not our best piece of equipment. It's the employees here at Corrugated Container that are our pride and joy, and we appreciate everything they do.
Well, I think that, you know, the fact that it's a family-owned business, you know that there's a lot of pride. When you walk through the facility and you talk to the different people, everybody's very proud about their individual role that they play at Corrugated. And all of these awards, although it's been focused on the design, it's really the whole team, and you can see that and feel that when you walk around here. So thank you very much for letting us visit with you and for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Everyone loves having a beautiful green lawn, but did you know that lawn fertilizers can pollute our waterways? Before you fertilize your lawn, conduct a soil test to know what fertilizers are needed. Only apply fertilizers during the growing season and avoid using fertilizers and pesticides within 20 feet of a stream. After you mow, leave your clippings on your lawn because these return nutrients back into the ground. It's easy to keep your lawn green and our waterways clean. Contact the Clean Valley Council for more info.
Thank you for joining us on our show today. If you have any economic development questions, want to expand your business, want to move your business into the area, or just start a business, you can go to yesroanoke.gov. All our contact information is there. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.